4,000 up. Okay, that should be no problem. Let me go plug some stuff, and that'll be good. Where's my tweeter?
Out of the headphone. Can you try saying something?
Yeah, words.
It's quiet as crap too. I don't know why. Switched out. I tried talking now.
Test, test.
I
Test,
heard
test,
you. It's
test.
quiet again. What is? Get my phone. I'm sorry. By the way. Oh wait, I see what's going on. Okay, my volume was down on there. Should be good now.
How about now?
Oh yeah, perfect, perfect. Okay, cool, cool.
Perfect. I like it. Okay, let me. I just gotta post it. I gotta
Okay,
post it
see you're live on Twitch. I don't
here.
use Twitch, so I always get thrown off by. Okay, there we go. Now I see you. Cool, cool. See the
And
yellow shirt. All
hopefully,
right,
hopefully the
sweet.
delay's not too bad for you.
It seems all right so far. I'm getting an ad though. That's funny timing. Gosh. Oof.
It's okay. Startup ads are very common. Okay,
Okay.
so where's my notes? It is 12:31 a.m. Let us get started. I actually want to pull up a stream manager too. Bam. I'll keep that over here so it's out of the way. Nice. Okay, so I got my notepad. Oh, don't. Do I want to do that? That's inoffensive. I'm not really minded by that. Okay. So these matchups. Right, the VOD. Oh, I just closed Facebook. I'm dumb. So
Yeah,
this
this will be
is.
much better now that I can actually like see everything as it's going on. 'Cause
Yeah, it definitely
yeah,
matters a lot. Okay, let's open this up. Okay, so let's take a look at this one first, right? Shulk, Mario. So
yeah.
this is, I think, commonly agreed upon um, to be Mario's worst or bottom three matchup. Shulk's goals, yeah, dude, we got another coaching session. Let's do it. Shulk's goals in this matchup are main goal, wall out Mario. That's super straightforward goal. What does that mean? Um, what does walling out someone mean? Well, essentially, it's deny Mario's combo starters and force him to slowly chip if he wants anything. Do not let him get in for free, even if it means cornering yourself. Okay, that was, I think, his main goal. Second goal, um, kill Mario every time he's off stage. Always go for a two frame because it's high reward. Aggressively deny high recoveries to force two frame opportunities. Okay, so Mario's goals. Those are Shulk's basic goals. They're really simple,
Okay.
but like that is the plan. Like that's why it's a good matchup because my priorities are really simple. If I just do those two things, it's really difficult for Mario to do anything, in my opinion. And these two things right here like are actually pretty common for most sorties. Like Palutena, this is the same goals. Wow, Mario. Um, except her form of like Palutena is different because like she doesn't so much use her moves as swords. She uses her invincibility as ways to force Mario's disjoints into feeling bad, or forces commitments to be bad. It's different. Palutena is different. You can't think about it the same way. And then killing Mario every time he's off stage, that is specifically a sortie specific thing. If Mario has not as bad of a disjoint problem, then it's not so bad for him. But like the Monado is just huge. When Shulk is in advantage and he can control the tempo, and so like Mario definitely feels very stubby in those specific situations. In neutral, I think Shulk doesn't feel very big at all, and Mario can get in just fine if he wants to. Um, but as soon as Mario gets touched, he's no longer in the ground and he's no longer in control. It's like just misery. What's up, you two? What's up, JLu? Ark? Nice to see you guys chilling. Oh my God, I got 7 viewers. Jesus, let's go. I guess people want to see what's going on. So this is like a super, super well-known, infamous matchup. Like this matchup is
Yeah.
played so much in SoCal. If you literally can't be a modern Smash player and not know modern rivalries between Nico and all the Marios he beats up. Or even in North Cal, you have Sam Fall and Prodigy. And in the East Coast, I'm trying to think of a notable Mario in the East Coast. I don't think Tremendo Dude played a whole bunch when he was active and did that. Anyway, I think this archetype or this matchup is very well understood. And I think that because it's so well understood, both players, like, you're going to have to understand everything really well because eventually you're going to find someone who knows the matchup super tightly. And if you're just not at that level, it doesn't matter if this is a bottom 3 matchup for Mario. Whoever's the better player and whoever knows the matchup better is going to win. I want to emphasize that almost at the top. Despite it being a bottom matchup, if it's entirely skill based until top level, my opinion. If Shulk can't keep Mario out, it feels terrible. And if Mario can't get in, it also feels terrible. At top level, the Shulk player plays super lame, and the Mario will play very patiently in exchange for that. And when both of those things happen, I think this matchup ends up being like, in my opinion, probably a solid -1. And then Mario's offstage game being very vulnerable to the big sword makes it -2. Um,
Okay.
if he doesn't convert offstage, it's really not that bad. But every single time you die at 60 off stage to forward air or down air or whatever, like it just feels terrible. And there's no getting around that, I think. But there's ways to frustrate Shulk as well, so it's not like it's free. I don't consider this matchup free. I just understand it to be solidly losing. Shulk controls the tempo for most of the time. So Mario's goals, right? Um, these are a little bit more obtuse. So you have to play the matchup correctly. How do you play the matchup correctly? Mario's back is almost always to your opponent. Why do you think that's so?
To get a little bit more range to get inside with.
Yeah. What other thing is really specifically much better when Mario is facing away from his opponent? There's
Only thing I think
two.
of is up smash.
Yes, that's exactly
Okay.
it. So this matchup is very much so dependent on Mario playing the matchup correctly, and playing the matchup correctly involves you relying very heavily on using back air and up smash as tools to basically try to force Shulk to miss space. Because like his spacing, his sword is only super big for very brief windows of time, and there's much larger windows of time where the disjoint is not actually that great. So some ideas about Mario wants to um, punish Shulk for double jumps or full hops with water. This forces Shulk to play grounded, which gives Mario a little bit more leeway in getting in. Now you're not always going to have water, and it's possible to use water badly to where it causes more harm than good. So just understand that, like, part of being patient as a character with more range than you is using water to force them to be a little bit more active. So here's the idea. Mario cannot get in if Shulk is retreating. Mario wants to get in when Shulk is advancing. As long as you remember that, it's going to be very difficult for you to play the matchup wrong. Have your back to the opponent.
Okay.
Your opportunities to get in are when Shulk is moving forwards towards you, and opportunities to not get in are when Shulk is moving away. So when a sortie is retreating, focus on taking stage control, when they're advancing, you can choose whether or not to commit to stuffing a swing. That's what I would say. Is those are the things that matter the most to Mario, and that's how. If I was a Mario player, like you should notice right away, like Mario has a lot more shit going on than Shulk does. Like there's so much that Mario needs to be keeping in mind, and Shulk is just like, haha, big sword. And like I'm sorry, that's how the matchup is, dude. Like there's a reason why there's people consider it a losing matchup because you have to work a lot harder. There are these rules. They're not firm, but like I'm telling you, if you don't listen to these rules, it's just going to be terrible for you and you're going to suffer. As long as you follow these rules, you're going to be much better at this matchup because you're going to be focusing on your strengths and his weaknesses and not the other way around. So, number two, um, understand how to deal with arts. I would say be careful not to overcommit against shield and understand how to kill Shulk early or do extra damage if he uses arts poorly. Okay, step 3. Learn how to edge guard Shulk. How do you edge guard Shulk? You can do 2 frame attempts on air slash with down tilt and dash attack. And you could also, once he starts doing beefy air slashes to beat that option, you can start using water to gimp beefy air slash
I got a quick
or
question.
poorly
Can you
spaced air
use F
slash.
smash?
Down angled F smash, it technically goes low
Yeah.
enough, but there's enough end lag on F smash that if you miss, you're probably getting hit.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
I've seen it happen. It's happened to me before, but like, actually, no, I'm not sure I've ever been 2 frame by forward smash. I've definitely been ledge. I've been hit at the ledge by F smash once, twice,
Okay.
twice. It's not like I would just do something safer. When you 2 frame, as a general rule of thumb, let's talk about this as a general idea separately. As a general rule of thumb, right? Um, 2 frame attempts probably shouldn't get you hit if you miss.
Okay.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Whatever you're going to do to 2 frame, you probably shouldn't choose an option that's so committal that your opponent will either hit you or reversal to a better position if you miss. Like 2 framing is a lot worse because it's like a relatively low percentage thing, right? Like you're not going to get a 2 frame every single time. So you shouldn't be doing 2 frames that are dangerous. That's why I think dash attack and down tilt are mostly fine because like dash attack is high percentage, down tilt is low risk. Both of those make that idea make sense. Okay,
Okay.
so it's 13 minutes in. That's enough. Let's watch.
Okay.
Well, let me watch, right? We'll find out. Um, hmm. This video is playing, but it's just an image. Like there's nothing. There's nothing here. Is there another way I could get a hold of this video? I don't think it works. I guess I
Oh,
could
hang on.
refresh. I could refresh the page, but I doubt it'll get any better.
Yeah, because it sent to you, but I can do the YouTube upload thing. That might take a couple minutes, so that's really unfortunate because it did send to you. It should have been normal.
Well, I got it. It's here.
It's so weird. I don't know what's been wrong with it lately.
Hold on. Maybe. What about? Let me try going
The
backward.
same way I've
Hold
used
on. Hold
other.
on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me back up just a little bit. Let me go up a little higher here. What about, where'd it go? This one? Is this working? No. Okay. Yeah, this is not the worst, but it's also not the best. It would be nice to have a VOD immediately. Hmm. I'm not entirely sure what to do, man. Just isn't working. I don't think I can get it to work on short notice.
Crap.
Because it clearly shows
I'm
up
gonna
as a
try to
video, but I'm
maybe.
pretty sure that the video corrupted. Because you uploaded these off your phone, right?
Yes.
Okay, well that's probably why they're not working because your phone connection's spotty and like, can you try resending them one more time? Because you're home now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I can
Do
try
you
to
have? Hold
resend
on.
you one through Messenger again.
Do you have Wi-Fi at your home?
Yeah. I'm on Wi-Fi right now.
Oh, well that's probably a lot more reliable than your cell phone service. Try sending them again.
Okay.
And that way we can just see if it works or not.
All right. Let me just open up Messenger.
Yeah, because if both of them just work that way and it's no big deal, that would be much, much better. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sending one now. We'll see if it goes through though. Oh, what do you know? Looks like it's doing it actually. Well, at that rate, I could probably send the Palutena when I was gonna try to send then.
You probably can. Uh-oh. Well, you just uploaded it to me again and this video is not working. So I think the
Okay.
problem, dude, can you try playing that video on your phone? My suspicion is not that your phone can't send the
It's working.
video, but that the video is like corrupted or something.
Yeah, it's working on Messenger too, which is weird.
That's so bizarre, man. Okay, let me try. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what I can do. Maybe,
Yeah, I'll
I don't know.
even send a second one, see if it works.
I don't know. That's so bizarre, man.
Let me attempt to.
Because it's like playing and everything. I just don't see
Oops,
any
I just.
audio or video. That's so weird, man. Maybe it's a file type. No, because it uploads and it like lets me click on it, and it says it's working on his end. How bizarre. Hmm.
I'm trying to remember how to upload from YouTube again on my phone because I did it about a
Well,
week ago.
you just go to YouTube and then there's like a video camera button at the top, and you just click on it. It says create, and you just hit upload video.
Oh, okay,
Right.
sweet, sweet.
Yeah. So upload both of those. The Shulk Mario first, and we can burn some time by maybe playing for a couple of minutes while they're uploading. Because I think that way, share screen on Discord. No, I don't think that'll. I don't. I don't know. Let's here pull up Smash, man. Let's play a little bit.
Yeah, I'll turn on my Switch real quick first.
We'll play and we'll talk about these ideas while we're playing.
Okay.
And then when the videos are uploaded, we can take another look at them because these sessions don't always have to be like just sitting here talking about VODs. I think there's a lot of not my menu. There's a lot of like value and also training and doing that sort of stuff as well. Let me think about where my controller is. I don't know. I wasn't really expecting to play tonight. It's kind of a nice surprise.
Let's see here. It shouldn't take too long to
Oh, it's on my
upload either. It's
countertop. Hold
typically
on. I'll be
quick.
right back.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to blend you. Okay, let me boot up here.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
it'll
same.
after you upload those videos to YouTube, it'll probably take like 10 or 15 minutes for them to render, and then we can
Yeah,
watch
that's
them.
what it's looking at right now. 7% upload.
Okay, let's boot up.
think I'm gonna attempt to do just that one for now because otherwise I find that maybe a really long time.
Well, once they upload to YouTube, YouTube does the rendering, so you can upload one and then upload the other, no problem.
Oh, okay, true. I should try that then.
Yeah,
Go to
that way
create
you'll
one real
have
quick.
both of them. That makes more sense for me. There we go. Okay, and then let me make some adjustments. Pull OBS up. I got to switch. Where's my Elgato? Bam. Nice. Okay. Cool. Can everybody that is in the chat hear? Okay. You guys hear the game? Where's my volume? There we go. Okay. Live coaching session. That's right. Okay. Okay. Do you have any?
All right, I'm
do you have any
gonna
questions about
just about
what
done
I?
up in a second.
Do you have any questions about what I was talking about while I was outlining the goals of the match?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I did want to ask because when you talk about facing away from your opponent and just a lot.
Sure.
Step into the ring.
Rules. I don't know because you talk about like patiently and headers or how that
Hey,
works
you
really.
you completely cut out for 10 seconds. Can you start over after whatever the beginning of
Oh,
your
I'm
thought
sorry.
process was? No, it's okay.
Can you hear me better now?
I can.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say when you talk about having your back to your opponent and things like that, and just playing patiently, does that apply to generally all matchups or some more than others specifically?
Mario in particular, I think it's very important that you face away from your opponent pretty much constantly in neutral. There's some characters that play like with their back facing to their opponent. I just sent you a arena code and a password. Not every matchup is like that, but some matchups are like that. Because like you admit yourself, like Mario has different options based on whether he's facing his opponent or not, right?
Yeah.
And I think we can both agree that you're not
For
about
sure.
to forward air out of shield anytime soon.
Yeah.
So doesn't it make sense that you would naturally prefer your backside?
Oh yeah, definitely. I just didn't know if it was for some matchups more than others, or what the
I think
details
it's
would
less
be in the
about.
differences.
I think it's less about being for some matchups and being for some characters. Because aren't the benefits that I talked about going to benefit you in every matchup?
True. I was just checking. That's what it sounded like, and I can agree with that.
Okay. Yeah. What's up, Patrick? Okay. So let's just play for a little bit, man. We'll play for a little bit, and then we'll watch some of these VODs, right? Actually.
All right. Let me try to put. I'm gonna try to put my phone in a good spot where I can talk while still play real quick. I don't normally do this, but here we go. Down actually over here. All right. Let me switch back to. Do you want me to put it to a random stage or a PS2 or whatever?
Random's fine. Random's fine. There's not really a specific goal here.
Okay.
And then before we
switch
play,
this on real
I'm
quick.
actually gonna go over some movement stuff for a little bit. So just jump in here, and we'll get started. Okay.
Okay.
All right. For anybody who's actually here tuning in, y'all about to learn some of the mysterious magic that lets me win over other people. It's actually not that complicated. Okay, let me stick that over there. Boom. Okay, so what is the mysterious magic? Well, the magic is movement. So when we move, how do you get your character to do what you want to do? So your goal is to face away from me, right? Now, a question. When you run towards somebody or you jump towards somebody, can you easily turn around?
Yeah.
Kind of. It just kind of depends, right? So, like, you can run and then turn, right? Like, that's no big deal. But what about if you want to stay on the ground?
I mean, I guess you could slide back, but it's not really the same.
That's kind of slow, right? Well, ideally you want to do something that's fast, like this.
Yeah. You're talking about walking, basically?
Yes, actually, because like this.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
You see how I can, like, also check out this. I do a dash, And then instead of doing a dash dash, I do a dash and then just let my character turn. Can you do that? A run, skid, turn. Run, skid, turn. Ah, don't do 2 dashes. Run, skid, turn. Yep, now block after that. Yeah.
There we go. All right. Definitely not muscle memory, but it can become muscle memory.
Now check it out, man. If you give the game these inputs, it's going to make a big deal. Do I hold up to turn? No. Turns are inputted with the left input and the right input. Yeah, I don't want to sound condescending, but no, I don't use up or down to turn. Not with this anyway. Anyway, so check this out, man. If I turn, right? If I'm get on a platform, so you can get out of the way real quick. If I dash, and then I tap the button. I'm tapping the L stick. Left, tap right. You see how my character is doing a skid turn?
Yeah.
It's kind of got a delay to it, and it takes a second for that animation to finish and the shield to come up. You see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now check it out. This is very subtle. I'm going to run, and instead of inputting left right away, I'm going to release the left stick so that I start a run skid, which looks like this. Skid. Skid. Now, I'm going to let go of the stick and then immediately input not a smash turn, but a tilt turn. Now, what's the difference between the two? This is a tilt turn. This is a smash turn. One makes you walk, the other makes you run. Make sense? So if you're facing left, you can tell that you did a tilt turn because your character will turn around and walk. But you do a smash turn when they turn around and run. Make sense? So I'm going to run to the right, let go of the control stick, and then tilt turn back to the left. And I instantly block, but I'm facing the opposite direction.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, like that. Do it a couple times. Do it in both directions. Ah, you did a skid turn. Okay, now, is that particularly difficult?
I could get used to it pretty quickly, I guess.
Yeah, it's not that difficult. Now, this is something that I think not enough people care about. I'm going to talk about it a lot. You need to be able to tell your character what to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you learn a movement regimen. So when people talk about getting better at the game, I think one of the most commonly answered questions that I get asked is, "Hey, how do I practice? You know, like how do I get better?" And the answer part of that is like, "Oh, you should lab your combos and you should lab your punishment and all that." And I think something that nobody really talks about, yet is equally important, is why don't you practice your movement? Why don't you make it so that when you tell Mario what to do, he always does it 100 times out of 100. And that's very important, because if he doesn't always do what he's going to do, you're going to have sloppy inputs, and you're going to waste time, and you're going to get punished in opportunities where you couldn't get punished. Because I think you can clearly see with your own eyeballs the difference between this, like the difference between me running and skid turning. There's a very big delay between doing that and this. Like,
yeah, it's much more lag than the first one.
Like, there's a very big, it's a noticeable difference, and if you don't practice, it's not going to happen. So here's what I recommend doing. I recommend this training regimen, right? So I want you to be able to do. Let's do these first couple things in order, right? Movement, training regimen. All of this, almost all of it, is going to exclusively focus on micro control of your character's direction and drift. So here's what we would do first. First thing we would do, run into no skid, turn around block. And that's the thing that we did right there. You run, and then without doing a skid, you turn around and block, right? And that's something that you just practice, right? Like okay, so let's say that you would practice that for 30 seconds or until you do it 10 times in a row with no mistakes or 5 times in a row with no mistakes. Let's say 5x no mistakes. I'm going to build you a regimen. I'm going to build everybody who's watching this a regimen to become a movement master, right? This is the movement master regimen from Ben. So that's the first thing that you practice, right? Run into no skid turnaround. Second thing, back air into turnaround down tilt. Now check this out. Pay attention. I'm doing a back air, and I'm buffering the turnaround down tilt. It's not manually timed. That down tilt is inputted before I hit the ground. And I'm not inputting it with the C stick. I'm inputting it with the control stick. What I'm doing is, if you can imagine the control stick, right? There's like quadrants, right? Like down, left, up, and right.
Yeah.
So the way you buffer turnaround tilts is you press down, and then you move your control stick like a fourth of the way left or a fourth of the way right. And you can tell you're doing it if you try this. You push your control stick straight up, and try to move your control stick while holding up as little as possible to make your character turn around.
Wait.
Like
As
this.
little as up, or
Yeah, I'm just moving it left, right. You see how my character's not even really moving? I'm turning my character around, and I'm holding up the whole time with my thumb. You can see it with my stick. I'm going to put it in front on the stream so that everybody can see it. I'm just barely moving the stick so that I'm doing like almost a perfectly up input, but it's just slightly left or slightly right.
4, 3, 2, 1.
why can't we just SD? Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yep, full circle.
But yeah, so this is the second thing is facing away
This is a good result.
aerial into turnaround buffered down tilt 5 times.
I don't even know I could actually really kind of do that and buffer that. That'd be really good for my back air combos, honestly.
Well, yeah, because like now being facing away from your opponent's no longer a liability if you can do combos on the ground that face towards your opponent, no problem. So what do you think is like the easy way out of doing this? Well, I'm going to tell you, it's doing a forward tilt. Why? Because you don't need anything fancy to do a forward tilt. You press forward tilt. But the thing about it is, what's a better combo tool for Mario? Down tilt or forward tilt?
Absolutely done. Yeah.
So if you're going to connect a tilt anyway, doesn't it make more sense to use the combo tilt?
Oh yeah.
So try that a couple times. Back air, turn around, down tilt.
Whoops. I don't know why I thought that. It was easier going this direction for some reason. I was doing that earlier. I don't know what. There we go. I did it
It's
there.
okay. I'm not expecting you to be good at it right away. What I am expecting you to do is understand it and practice it in the future so that you can get better at it. Okay, the third thing that I would do. This is if you. Okay, look. I'm about to I'm going to blow the game wide open for you and give you the biggest secret that nobody will ever talk to you. This is literally the biggest secret ever. This is the #1 biggest secret that nobody talks to you about this. Check this out. If I'm facing away from you, and I back here, and I block, which way am I facing?
Away.
Okay, now in this game, I can turn around with a tilt turn, and frame 1 put my shield up. There's no lag. I can instantly do it. Now, what does this mean? I want you to do this. I want you to do back air into instant manual turnaround block. Now watch me first.
Oh, whoops. I like that. So what's the purpose of turning around to facing then?
Good question. What is the obvious thing that you can do when you're facing your opponent in shield, but that you can't do when you're facing away from them?
Grab.
Grab, yeah. Do you think there's opportunities where your opponent might unthinkingly hit your shield because they think you're still facing away from them, but then you grab them?
You cut it on that last part because they think I'm still what?
So like the purpose of this is, what if you throw a move and then they approach, and you are in a position to where you could have grabbed them if only you were facing them.
I see what you're saying, yeah. Because you could just kind of.
Yeah, because what if I did something like a up smash out of shield or something? Because what if you knew that your back air was -3, right? And you were baiting out, a minus, like you were baiting out Rob up smash, right? Like you back air a shield and then you turn around to block up smash and then grab him, because that gets a bigger reward for you than up smash or back air.
That makes sense.
And you can do that. Now again, this says manual turnaround. It's a buffered input. Check it out. I'm doing a back air. I'm already holding tilt stick on the ground. I'm already holding tilt stick before block. The important thing is that you don't press block until you land. As long as you don't press block until you land, it will buffer the turnaround shield.
Whoops.
So all you got to do to practice is you input back air, hold turnaround, press block after you land.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it just like, sometimes I accidentally roll, is it just a very subtle movement?
No,
Like
it's because your
stick?
input. It's because you're doing tap inputs on the ground. You need to be holding straight left or right before you land. Like back air, holding right. You see how I start walking afterwards?
Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, I got it. Yeah, that was my aha moment. Okay.
Now check this out. You can rising bear with Mario, right? And
Oh, I see.
and since it auto cancels, yeah.
Yep. Oops, messed up. Okay, yeah, that's very useful once I get used to that.
I think it is very useful. Also, look at how your character kind of slides a little bit when you turn around.
Yeah, that's gonna be so good because I always couldn't get grabs after back airs or back air attempts on shield especially. I didn't know why either.
It's because you're not telling your character what to do. There's a misconception that people have about this game. Basically, it says the game's buffer system sucks and I can't make my character do what I want. And these are people who are bad at the game. It doesn't matter if they're good at the game, because it's very clear that if you just tell the game what to do, they'll do it. Right?
Yeah.
Like, what I've been
code.
doing makes sense, right? Like, it's not rocket science. You just do the inputs like the game wants, and then the game will give you what you want. So these are these are some small things, right? These are 3 instant ways to make a movement training regimen work. Is run no skid turnaround block, facing away aerial into turnaround buffer down tilt, and bear instant turnaround block. What I'm doing is I'm giving you the keys so that you are always in control of what direction Mario is facing, even while you're moving.
Oops.
No, it's okay. I got Nike.
Are we playing? I thought I was doing movement. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that was a... Nope. Whoops.
Jump! Smash! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time!
Anyway, that should give us enough time for one of these VODs to come up. Take some
Okay.
time and think about
This is a good result.
those movement ideas, because I think that
Yeah, those are great ideas.
they're very
honestly.
important for every character, but I think Mario in particular is very important that you are able to control which way Mario is facing, because it matters a lot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the other view.
Okay, so this isn't the original one I sent you, unfortunately, because I tried to sift through that one, but I still got a good one that I checked on and got. So let me just send that to you through Messenger, the link for the YouTube video. We should be all right on that.
Yeah, probably. Close out, got it. Nice. Okay,
I
you
gotta-
said you just sent me a new link? I see it.
Yeah, let me. Yeah, this YouTube video is not wanting to close. I'm trying to minimize my windows right now because I
Okay, this one works
way
just
too many things
fine.
going through my phone's internet
Cool.
right now.
Okay, so let me know when you're
Okay,
caught
cool.
back up, and we'll watch this.
Let me see here. Okay, yeah, I should be ready now. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here's the beginning. So we're at the
All
top,
right.
right? Okay, right here. So why do you connect this down air? Right here.
Why did I? Or
Yeah, you land this down air. What rule are you following in Mario's goals that makes this down air work? Is Shulk advancing or retreating?
advancing? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Advancing.
very difficult for Shulk to outspace you if he's getting towards you.
All right. Did you cut out for a second there?
No. So
Okay, all right.
this
It's just the
thing.
video has lag, so your mouth was moving it through me
Nope,
off. Sorry.
you're all good. So I want to say that most of these weren't true, and you probably could have air dodged out of at least one. You definitely could have air dodged out of this one. And then you missed a tech. Feels bad. But I
Yeah.
bungled it punish. It's fine. Okay, you really got to stop teching when you don't need to. This jab right here, why are you teching at all?
Honestly, I figured I was trying to make up for a missed tech in the first place. So I
No,
don't know
like,
if it was bad or good.
why are you even teching? Like, why are you even teching? Check it out, dude. If your character has a no lag aerial, don't miss unforced techs. I'll say it again. Don't miss unforced techs. Okay, what is an unforced tech?
I actually don't know.
Okay, so if I hit you and you are mashing jump as hard as you can and you hit the ground before you can jump, that tech was forced on you. There was nothing you could do. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
take a look at this jab combo that you get hit with, and you tell me whether you didn't have time to jump out.
I'll give it a second. The video's lagging, but I'll see it. Yeah, I definitely could have gotten out.
Okay,
could have
so
jumped that easy.
instead of jumping, why don't you just press A?
True.
You know how much
True.
landing lag Mario's neutral air has?
Like almost none.
Like 4 frames or like 6 frames or something. It's like nothing.
Yeah.
So why are you putting yourself in situations that give me free stage control when you can just nair and land and now you're back in neutral?
Okay. All right. That makes more sense.
Don't miss unforced techs. If I'm not making you tech, why are you teching? Something to think about.
Okay.
Okay, so this right here, look at this. You clearly don't know the matchup because you down throw. Look at what happens. You get this down throw, and I land and block before you even do anything. And it's because you don't know your percents against a jump shulk. So jump shulk has more gravity.
Yeah, I actually.
He has more fall speed and gravity than normal. So you have to put him at a higher percent before that combo starts working.
Oh, okay, I thought he was floatier for some reason. I really don't know why I thought that. I
No,
guess the jump height.
no, jump shulk and speed shulk have heavier gravity. None of
Okay,
them
I
are.
didn't know that.
He is never floatier. Only a faster faller.
Okay.
Anyway, so you bungle that and get punished pretty bad for it. Also, this is the second time I've noticed this. So you have a really bad habit, and it's the bad habit that all Marios have. Um, if you always buffer aerials, eventually you'll play someone who knows how to parry them. So I have a question for you. How many frames does it take to react to a move to parry it? Because parry's frame 1. So how many frames do you need mentally to prepare yourself to parry it? Do you
I
know
think
off
it's
the top of your
roughly
head?
12, I thought.
Nope, it's about 20.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Off.
like I wasn't including input delay from the game, if that's what you mean, but
Gotcha.
I thought 12 frames was like.
Total. It's about 20. On
Okay, yeah, that
average,
makes sense.
if you're like 15 or whatever, and a child genius, it's like 19 and a half or some shit, 18.
Yeah.
But so think about this. How many up airs can Mario do in a short hop? 2. Yeah. Can he do 3?
Sorry, you cut out for a second there. Did you say can you do 3?
Can he do 3 up airs in a short hop?
No, no, of course not.
No, he can only do 2, right?
Yeah.
So up airs like frame like 6 or something, frame 5.
Yeah, frame 5.
With the jump squat, that's frame 3, so 8 frames total startup. Can I react to up air?
No, no.
What if I assume ahead of time that after the first up air, a second up air will probably come after it? How many frames are in between the first up air and the second up air?
I don't know actually.
Why don't you check real quick? Look at his frame data. You can actually, you know what? I'll look for you because I don't want you to have to pull away from your phone. You can find it by
Yeah.
adding the frames afterward to the total frames. So let's go to aerial attacks. So his up air is frame 4, and it's 30 total frames. So that
Oh, it's frame
means at between
4.
up air
I
1 and
didn't know
up
that.
air 2, between up air 1 and up air 2. Check this out. If you do 2 aerials in a row, the frames between them is the total frames. You know why? Because you subtract the startup from the first aerial, but you have to add it back in when you add the second aerial.
Okay.
So how many frames are in between up air 1 and up air 2? 30. Is 30 a big
Yeah.
enough number to react?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, even online I can react. So look at what happens here.
True.
Watch this. Now check it out, man. Uh-oh. You did an up air. Check this out. What happens? Oh, how did I know you were going to do this back air?
Probably figured I was gonna mash another aerial.
Yeah, probably. You know what frame back air is? Frame 6.
I think it's yeah 6.
Frame 6. Up air is frame 4. Now, the parry window is 5 frames. So I'm going to be very reasonable when I say this. I can cover multiple buffered aerials with the same parry timing. So if you do a rising aerial and then you do a falling aerial, I'm just going to tell you right now, I consider that autopiloting if it's
Okay.
used badly. Now, I want to be clear here. If your opponent doesn't know how to do the exact thing that I'm talking about, you can spam 2 aerials on their shield all you want. But you need to adapt very quickly if someone does know how to deal with this. Because otherwise, you're just going to get bodied. Because watch what happens again. So you get hit for getting your back air parried. Uh-oh. Mario did an up air. What will he do next? Beeboo-doo, be-doo, ka-doo-ka-doom, doom, boom, boom, doom, boom. And he did a second aerial. Does it matter what aerial you did? No,
No, because the timing's a little similar.
because the timing is similar. Now, what are the two aerials that you have that you could use as timing mix-ups to beat this exact kind of counterplay?
Are we talking about if I had already thrown out specifically up air as my first aerial,
Sure,
or
it doesn't matter.
uh, is an air faster? I don't think it would matter, would it?
It's single hit and it's frame 3, so not really.
Down air, right? I could down air, I would think.
Yeah, down air could be one because down air has multiple hits, right? So even if I
Yeah.
parry the first one, you're probably a little bit safer. Or what's the other thing you could do?
Did you say aerial specifically or just things in general?
Aerial
Because I could tomahawk
specifically.
grab. No, aerial specifically. I mean, I guess there's fair, but I never think of fair really in a situation
Yeah,
like
you
that.
could fair, but that seems like a bad idea. But what if you know that they're going to parry your move?
And then it'll come out too late and they'll just get hit.
Landing fair is actually a kind of a decent combo starter. It's just bad on shield. But if they're not going to block,
Yeah,
then who cares?
true.
I want you to think about that. And then you've obviously noted the other one is tomahawk grab, right? So don't I want you to just understand that you're going to fight players that know how to deal with that. And you need to call it out by doing rising aerial into nothing and grab. That's the easiest way to do it. Or you can do rising aerial, nothing, tomahawk down tilt, turn around down tilt, or down air. Like there's so many different ways that Mario can counterplay this exact same thing. But if I were the Mario, right, and I get parried on the way down, and I try again, I get parried on the way down again, that should be a tremendous red flag. That's something that
Sure
I'm
does.
doing. Like these are online. I parried 2 moves back to back online. That is a humongous red flag that I understand what's going on. So I just want you to kind of identify those red flags. Like when you see someone that's capable of doing that, you're going to have to work harder. And the reason why I'm
Okay.
telling
All
you
right.
all this is because I don't want to get demolished when I have to go play good Marios in SoCal again. And so I would rather that you just learn how to be a good Mario so that I could actually learn the matchup. Because I don't enjoy beating you up because you don't know the matchup. And stuff like this is like baby Mario stuff. This is baby Mario counterplay. One of the easiest ways to beat a bad Mario is to just wait for him to do a rising up air and you parry whatever he does afterward and you fuck him up. Like it's so easy. You don't have to work hard at all. You just literally wait for him to press 2 buttons and aha, now I win. Like it's so easy to do. Um, and you have to be able to see that that's coming and then deal with that. Okay, so let's continue.
Okay.
What is this? Okay, look at this dude. Okay, I get dinged by coin. What is your priority right now? Think about the goals for both characters. What's your priority?
Oh, to get back to the stage and probably not get too framed, I would think.
Yeah, not die. Yeah, that would be my priority too,
Yeah.
is to
Yeah.
reset to neutral. Okay, so what happens?
Yeah.
You neutral get up and roll, and you get behind me, and then you immediately run away from center stage because you're trying to hit me, and then you get hit off stage for it. Okay, so what happens here? Nothing. Let's trap. Nice spot dodge. Okay, you reset to center stage. Good. Nice grab. So here, check this out. Up air. Right here, I actually would have recommended a nair over an up air. Because your combo's over at this point, right?
Yeah.
Strong nair does 10%. Yeah, strong nair does about 10%. Now compare that to up air after 3 stalings, it does like 7%. And think about where it sends
Okay.
them. It sends them into the corner, right?
Yeah, so you can do more a
Up
platform extension and
up air
everything
is
better.
good, but at this point, I would actually rather that you just corner shulk and get stage control. Um, and a lot of the ways that Master Mario combos people, if you can start me. So I would, for right here, Master Mario would have done a nair here. Where does Shulk go if you nair him here second?
Uh, come again? Because I see the mouse kind of moving, but it was like a little small, so
Sure.
I couldn't quite see.
So if I do the first up air, what if you nair Shulk now instead of nairing
You
him
go to the
third?
platform. You go to the
Yeah.
platform.
Am I forced to tech here? Almost 100%. If you catch the tech chase with a landing up air, I am dead because you're going to do
True.
up air, dare, and I'm going to explode. If you want to know why players like Master Mario and Prodigy kill people off the top and you don't, it's because you don't use opportunities like these to reset your opponent.
Okay.
You need to
Yeah.
push people onto platforms and start your combo off of a platform. I'm going to give you a really easy follow rule of thumb right now. In general, you are not going to kill someone off the top as Mario unless you get a landing platform up air or a platform up tilt. Now,
Okay.
if you nair Shulk right here, if you nair him right there, he was going to land on that platform and you could have drifted over here. And if he techs or whatever and you get an up air on a landing up air or an up tilt, he literally is going to die off the top. Like literally, there's no counter. He's just going to die. I've seen it happen a ton of times. You do that to any character and they're going to explode. Because
Yeah,
you're
have
gonna
a
get an up tilt, you're
question.
gonna get two up airs and then up B and they're gonna explode. What's that mean?
Okay, so I hadn't thought about nairs to like set up tech chases on platforms, but I never really tech chase on platforms unless it kind of just coincidentally happens. But uh, would it be better to just nair sooner and just up air gradually through the platform anyways to not risk the tech chase situation, or the tech chase is usually just better to go for?
I don't really understand the question.
So like when you say nair them into the platform, so you're forced to tech, couldn't I just nair a little bit sooner and just do a few up airs without having to put you in a situation where you need a tech and just continue the combo that way, or is it better to look for tech chase situations on platforms?
Well, I'll put it this way: if you nair me at mid percent like this, I'm going to be sent pretty far away. So the only way to force me to stay close to you is to tech. And if you force me to tech on a
Okay.
platform, even if I roll away, I can't get that far away from you.
Okay, true. You are on Buster, and I kept forgetting that, honestly.
Buster doesn't matter. Look at my percent. I'm at 75. If you hit me with strong nair, I'm going to get sent flying. It's just a fact of the matter. If you hit me, if you do a down throw and then you immediately do a nair, I'm going to hit the ground and I'm going to tech roll away, and your combo is going to be over.
Okay.
So that's what I recommend. I strongly want you to think about how you can use nair instead of up air to send your opponent horizontally onto these platforms, because these platforms are where you make your money. Like Mario can't kill off the top from the ground. Forget
Yeah.
about it. If your combo starts on the ground, you're not going to kill them off the top. If you want to kill them off the top, you have to use a platform, and then it's easy. You do landing up air, rising up air, full hop, and then double jump down air, or you can do up tilt, up air, up B, and both of those things are rock solid. Test, well, they are proven in the heat of battle. They work great. Those things work phenomenally. Okay, we'll watch this for a couple minutes. And like
Okay.
you get another hit in, but like it's besides the point. You have a bad habit. I hit your shield. What do you do next?
No, hang on. This is a video might be lagging behind. I just saw you like side B down to the ledge.
Nope, you're not that far behind. So
Okay.
you're on the platform, and I turn on
Yeah,
Smasher and I up
up
tilt.
till yeah,
What do you
up
do
till.
after you up tilt?
I don't remember right now. I'm just thinking pause where I'm still in shield, just sitting there.
Okay, so let's watch what happens. What happens?
It's still frozen on there for me right now.
That's because I didn't unpause it for a second.
Okay. I really don't remember. I think did I just run off?
That's okay. The
I
video will show you.
yeah,
What did you
yeah,
do?
I saw it. Yeah, it looked like I ran up like I just jumped in an air for some reason.
No, you just empty hopped. Now you jumped
Empty
forward
house.
out of
Oh,
shield.
okay, I see it.
Now a question: when I chased you with this up air, did I react to you jumping out of shield? I want you to pay attention to this. Look at this. I'm gonna freeze it on the frame.
It looked preemptive, honestly.
It looked very preemptive.
Yeah.
Why would I preemptively cover that option?
Mm, Honestly, I mean, did you know I was gonna do it, or does it just cover options really well?
I cover jump like that whenever I notice my opponent has a habit of jumping.
Okay.
So, and this is your bad habit. When you're on the platform and you're in shield, your default game plan is to let someone hit your shield, and then you jump out of shield and say, okay, I escaped. This is a
Okay.
very easy, rock solid plan that makes a lot of sense, but it has really obvious counterplay. What if I commit really, really hard to chasing you? So now let's watch this clip again, right? And I want you to think about what happened if you just dropped your shield and sat there and done nothing. Think about
Oh, I could have killed you. Yeah.
think about where Shulk goes and what Mario could have done if he'd have just not jumped up there and done nothing, but jump up there.
I could have down aired you, and you were in Smash, weren't you? You would have died, wouldn't you?
I would have exploded.
Yeah. Oof.
So I just want you to think about some of that stuff. Like, you didn't even know that you had that habit, but you do.
Yeah.
I take advantage of it a lot. I take advantage of a lot of people who do that. It's a common mistake because it feels very natural. You want to
Okay.
jump out of shield. You know why? Because dropping your shield feels terrible. There's 11 frames of lag. Of course, jumping out of shield is going to feel good. Duh. But you have to have some perspective and understand that just because it feels good doesn't mean I don't have answers to it. Um, the
True.
solution, like everything else, is to not do the same thing every time. Very few options in Ultimate are so good that you can do them every single time, and I don't have an answer to it. Okay, we are out of time.
Okay.
I think that we covered a lot. I think that the movement training regimen in particular is really important. And I think that
Yeah.
the concepts of how Mario is supposed to play the matchup properly will be very enlightening. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to go watch Master Mario. And I want you to take a look at how Nico plays Shulk's goals and how Master Mario plays to Mario's goals. And you're going to watch both of them follow both of these rules literally to a T because this matchup is that solid. Like it's like two old guys playing chess and they know all the openings. Like there's just they can't be fooled. They've seen it all. There's nothing to do except play the game. There's no mystery because they've solved the matchup and they just play it. These rules are what both players do when the matchup is solved.
Okay.
Okay, so it is 1:33. God, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and open up the chat. If anybody has any questions, I will be more than happy to answer anything if someone has a specific question over what I covered tonight. Let me finish up these notes real quick. What was the last thing? Be careful about jumping out of shield as a response to platform pressure. Yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Save as. This is 6 November 2020. Nice. Okay. Now, do you have any questions?
Me in particular.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think. When you have those notes for like, okay, did you put those movement drills into the notes by chance?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool, cool. I just want to check on that.
And you should,
Kind of.
if you've watched me play before tournaments, you would actually notice that one of the drills that I do myself are these movement drills. They're so important
Really?
that I
Okay.
do them. They're one of the only things I practice. Like I
Yeah,
I've
they do
I
seem
don't
really useful.
I don't practice almost at all anymore. Like it's very rare where I'll actually go into training mode and I'll practice things. These are some of the only things I practice, and it's because
Yeah.
this is a very short list of things that are difficult to do unless you are fresh.
Okay, yeah. Because honestly, I most of the time I have on my hands is just to do training room stuff, so I have a hard time kind of
Well, you play a combo
practicing.
character. I'm fortunate with Shulk. It's mostly about movement and positioning. You have to deal a
Yeah.
lot about. You have to do a lot of thinking about combos and DI. And so,
Yeah.
like I said, every character is different, you know. But for me, at least, for my character, these drills are super important, and I think that they're super important for every character in the game.
Okay.
Because like they're drills that help you understand how the game's engine works. And the better your relationship with the game's engine, the less the game will surprise you. Surprises are bad in competitive games. You don't want to be surprised.
Yeah.
You really don't. You want to always be in control.
Okay. I have one more question. How long
Sure.
does like your
Hold on,
how
Ark.
long
I
does
saw your
shield?
question. How
I'm
what?
sorry.
How what now?
How long is like the cooldown between times you can use shield?
Like the arts?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, all the arts have a universal 24-second timer. Um,
Oh,
Buster,
okay, that's longer
Buster,
than I thought.
Buster lasts 10 seconds and has a 14-second cooldown.
Oh, okay.
Smash Art and Speed are 8 seconds with a 16-second cooldown. And Shield Art and Jump Art last 6 seconds with an 18-second cooldown. They all add together to equal 24 seconds total.
Okay. All
How,
right. All right.
however, if I, the word I use is break. If I break an art early and I turn it off early, the timer starts faster. So don't be thinking about that 24 seconds. It's 18.
Okay.
Well, with bear block, I do a bear and I input a turnaround before I land, and after I land, I input block. If you're doing a move that auto cancels, you can actually hold block before you land. But if it's not auto canceled, you have to hold block after you land. As a general rule, I strongly encourage you to not press block until after you land, just to avoid inconsistencies. And to answer your question, Arc, how much lag is there between the bear and the down tilt? There is zero lag. It is buffered. You can input the down tilt while you're still in the air doing your bear, which is why it's so useful. Because like there's no lag at all. It's the only way to do a turnaround down tilt is to buffer one, and that's how you buffer it. Yeah, pretty much. I think in fact, this turnaround stuff is pretty useful for Meta Knight because you can do back air down tilt, and if you drag down like Gotti, definitely something to work on if you're a character that uses that. Um, for swords, it's less about comboing with it, and it's more about the fact that I protect myself on the way down with the back air, and then I protect myself again with the grounded option. But if you don't have a sword, you can use it to combo, like if you're Meta Knight or Mario. Okay, if nobody else has any questions, I think that's a good place to call it. I think that we covered a lot of
Uh,
information. What's up, man?
could I ask one more?
Yeah, sure. It's your coaching
Okay.
session. Why not?
Okay. Yeah. Um. So when you like talk about like up air, up B off the top kills like from the platform,
Uh,
I know I usually see down air, but up B does it only kill if someone DIs into it from the DI mix-ups of down air, or can it
well,
kill with enough rage?
it kind of depends, you know. Like up B kills a lot earlier if they DI bad, right?
Yeah.
So ideally with up B, you want to be tricky with your up airs to like you up air them to the right, up air them to the right, and then at the last second you up B the other way.
Okay.
Like it's really important with up B that you are kind of tricky with where you send them so that they DI bad. However, up B also has a high base knockback, so like you just the higher to the ceiling that you start your combo, the more up B will kill. The reason why up B never kills for you is because you start your combos off the ground. If you start your combos off the platform, you're going to be that much closer to the top, and you're going to find that up B will magically start killing a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the questions I have. Thank you for helping me out and everything.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for coming by. I think this was a very good coaching session. I think that of the coaching sessions I have done so far, this is probably one of the ones that I think people could learn the most from by watching. Because a lot of this stuff is really basic. It's not flashy. Like if I go to, Twitter or whatever and post, oh, check it out, turn around down tilt. Like no one's gonna be like, ooh, it's fancy, Like no, it's really
Yeah.
it's really basic. It's not flashy at all, but it's also really important. And little stuff like that makes a big difference. Makes a big difference because like some characters just have way better options when you have really small and precise control like that.
Yeah, especially Mario, I feel like.
Well, you're not special. Every single character in the game benefits from good control. It's just one of those things that you get better at.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, man. I think that's going to conclude this training session, this coaching session. I'm grateful to everybody who came out and watched. Please, if you want a coaching session, I'm very available. We'll get some VODs and we'll come in here and we'll do some work. Okay, man. I think that's enough for now, Chase. Work on some of these ideas we talked about and come back to me when you're ready to start tackling something new, okay?
Okay, absolutely, man. Thank you.
Alrighty, man. You guys have a nice night, okay?
All right, you too.
See you.